Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining today's Jira training session. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the process of how you modify your board swim lane. Okay, so right now I'm already in my project. So if you click on your project in your organization and you go to the board section, you can either go into the board configuration either through your backlog or your Kanban or your active sprint. It makes no difference. The process is still going to be the same. So I'm going to be going to the board configuration. And to get there, you would need to click on the dots, three dots on the right side of your screen, usually next to your complete sprint. So if you click on that, you would see configure board or board configuration, and then you click on that. So once you click on that, it then takes you to the configuration parts of the board. In here, you would see all the details regarding the boards. If you need to modify, update your filters and all, this is where you need to go into to make all those changes. But for the purpose of this training, I'll be going to Swimlanes. And in this section, you have, you would see a drop down in here, which gives you certain options in terms of how you want to set your swim lanes. Do you want to see swim lanes based on specific query? That means you're going to be writing your own JQL query, or do you want to see swim lane based on stories and then everything linked to the stories then kind of like comes underneath it? Or do you want to see it based on epics, which is your epics will be at the top, and then your stories, your blog and tags linked to that epic then lines up underneath it, or you want to see it based on different assigning. So it's entirely up to you what your preference is going to be. But for the purpose of this training, just to show you what it looks like, I'm going to be using epics, but you can use anything. You can use assignee if you want to see swim lanes grouped based on assignee or based on stories or based on, specific JQL queries that you've created, is entirely up to the team. So once you select epic in here, I would then have to go back to the board. So going back to your board, you will go to the right-hand side, top of your screen. And then once you click back to the board, it takes you back to your board. So you can see what has happened now. So I'll close this up so you can see what it's done. So you can see now that it's grouped it based on epic. So if I click on this epic, which is my first epic, if I click on that, I would see any stories, blog, tags that is linked to that epic right underneath it. So you can either group it that way. So it's just a way of grouping items so that you can then see from either assignees or your epics or stories, depending on what view you want to see. So in here, you can see the epics, and then you can see all the different tags that are assigned to read, what statuses they are on, who it's assigned to, and stuff like that. You can see that in here. And then you can see the last one up on the screen here is not linked to an epic. So you can see it's now saying every other item, issues like stories, blog or tags that you have that is presently not linked to an epic would then all go under the sections where it says issues without epic. And then you can then see the list of every one of them and also what statuses they are in through the columns that you already have set up. So I hope that explains it all. If there's still any more clarity that you need or you have a question for me, please leave me a comment in the section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you on that one. Thank you. Bye.